Okay, greetings. This is Classic Games Redefined again. My name's Rich. Do a little commentary. I'm going to ask a question here and then give you my reason for thinking the answer to the question is yes, and I'm going to ask you for comments below, so please comment. Question. Has Gamergate won? The whole entire Gamergate thing, and it's going to really, I have game rankings up. I could have put Metacritic, but we have game rankings. You know, the way it's formatted, it's nice. But anyhow, go to GameRankings.com. After I'm done asking this question, feel free to check the video. Okay, let's look at what Gamergate is. Supposedly a consumer revolt against gamer journalism. It's not about Nida Sarkeesian. It's not about Brianna Wu. It's not about Five Guys. It's not about that. It's about that we can't trust journalists. Okay, the video game journalism. And what part? It doesn't have to do with necessarily the journalism report. It had to do with puff pieces and not being reliable source for information on what games to buy. Somebody's a player, gamer, let's say gamer meaning player here. They wanted to trust their reviews. And there was a lot of stuff from the Jeff Keighley Doritos Mountain Dew to the Jeff Gersner getting canned of the Kane Lynch review. You know this stuff here. And people would go Grand Theft Auto 4, 96. People play it, got bored of it. Total lack of credibility in trusting journalists. And then there was the attack about gamers are dead and all that. But let's look at the core issue. That core issue has to do with, let's say, the rating on games. Not social justice warrior feminism, not that anything else, but the pure Gamergate issue here. And it has to do with, let's say, ratings. And the ratings in Metacritic and game rankings. That's why I'm here summed up. Go to the site. Look over what the last generation reviews were for titles. And then look at this generation. Look at the aggregate score. I think something happened here. One might say Gamergate did it. But in correspondence with the rise of Gamergate has been the deflation of these scores. I mean, look at this stuff here. I'm looking at 70 for Dragon Ball. Monster Hunter's 87 didn't even break into 90, and that's like the highest rating. 89.4 for the Homeland Collection. That's a retro remake of a highly regarded game here. And we have that. Hyperdome. Look at the order. 64.97. Rise. You know, what would have been the highest rated games? Remember when 90 was the norm? Title comes out? There's like a large-scale disillusionment here. Something has happened. Something here. And maybe we're just facing disillusion. I mean, the thing is, the journalism, these websites are facing declining enrollment. People are aware of it. The aggregate of average ratings for people on the sites vote is all over the map and not reliable. There was, I swear, these sites here lived on the corporate dollar and they're facing declining enrollment. And what they had to do is they had to cater and pander to the whims of these different guys. You had to decline. You had to cater to it. So that's the one thing you're looking at. Let me do something else. I'm going to adjust this a bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. And apparently that messes it up. Anyhow, let's go here. I'll just make around with open broadcast. Now I have a line in the middle. Great. So let's scroll that. See if that actually fixes it. Anyhow, we got to chop off. Don't worry about it. But go to game rankings. Go to Metacritic. Look at the ratings. Look at what happened. The scores are down. Remember, one of the big criticisms we had of video game journalism is that score inflation. It's like everything got shoved up. 60 was graveyard, 70, 80, and you had to be above 80 or 90. Nothing's breaking 90 these days. Nothing. You know, and you got to really wonder about what they're going to purchase here. I mean, as far as like buying ad space or whatever else, what can they do? And then the culmination of this now is the order. 1886 comes up and bleh, 5.5 hours. But hey, It's got the voice acting. It's got the production value. How can we not like it? Why can't you give it a 90? I mean, it's groundbreaking. It's awesome. It's really engaging. It's 5.5 hours long. But isn't that enough? No, I mean, that high production value used to work. But it's gorgeous graphics. Used to work and engage. But not anymore. Something's happened here. What do you think's happened? Besides games generally sucking, what's happened on the journalism side? There's like a bad attitude. It's like this bubbled up and actually encompassed the attitudes of what I'm seeing on the internet within people. There's people who are irate, and people say, oh, I want to play it, but, you know, the scores, I mean, the speculation for, like, the order is that, you know what the speculation here is that people are tired. People don't want less than 10 hours of gameplay, single player, nothing else. And then you look at, you know, let me look up something else here. Jeez, let me look up Titanfall. Let's see what that got rating. Titanfall 86. Didn't even break 90. The PC version 84. 86. You know, you have that here. Look at this. Titanfall. 86. That's what we had. Didn't even break 90. Suppose a top title. It has to break 90. I mean, that's the thing they had here. You know, I can't think of any titles that are new that aren't remastered versions. The Last of Us? Let's look that up. The Last of Us. 95, 95. 95.7. Remastered. Older game. May not be all that. But this current generation stuff here, and it's keeping with the prior score, updated. You know, that's what we're looking at. So my question here, did Gamergate win? If the objective was to get journalism to be more accurate, in particular in the aggregate scores, with the scores declining and being stretched out more, then 80 means a good score, and we have this here. You know, question, did Gamergate win? And what's the future? You know, can Gamergate find some other things here? Where they win? Is this the end? Do you pack up, go home? If this is what you did and you got the rating? I mean, Dying Light was another one. Let's see what that got. 75. 70s. That's where things are clocking in now. You're not getting the 90-something. You're not getting it. It's like people are bored. And the scores are reflecting it. So, my question for you here is, did Gamergate win? And what's up with these scores? Besides the stuff sucking. You know, could somebody actually take, let's look, hey, let's do one more. Master Chief. Remember, Halo. Master Chief Collection, 85 point something else with the multiplayer broken. But the single player works fine. Nothing's 90. Nothing is 95. Nothing is the best ever. Absolutely nothing. What is out that's new this generation that's actually groundbreaking? You know, maybe the review sites are working now. Maybe we have the guys there. You know, I don't know what's happening. The highest rated thing we had here, you look at it, are remakes. Legend of Mask, Majora's Mask is a 90. Let me look up Majora's Mask, what it had before. Majora's Mask, sorry. What did it come up before then? Nintendo. You know, it's interesting that in 2000 it got a 91.95. This is 2000. It's been around, so. Right around where it is. And the scores are in keeping with it. Now, what's the future hold here? So, we're done. Did Gamergate win? Has the goal of Gamergate to actually get the scoring and stuff cleared up? The core issue, win. And what's the future hold? And is the idea to, like, make sure Anita Sarkeesian work? I don't think so. That's not even the issue. If you want to say it's not the issue about journalism integrity and everything else, and getting accurate scores, look at the aggregation here. It's down. You know, it's going to be really hard for something to break 90 now. A new content breaking 90? You know, and maybe a little bit of this here had to do with cognitive dissonance about you know, the reality of things sucking and nobody can get scores or something else. So, or gamers, people play, is more demanding than now. Anyhow, what's your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. Okay, Gamergate might have won. So, okay, that's it. I do want to thank you for watching. May your die always roll 5.